Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew, and today we're talking about Xbox Series S and how I think it is definitely going to win this holiday season, and why that's not a bad thing. I was working on my review for this today, but gosh, man, I'm kind of feeling a little worn out today, like a little exhausted. So I figured I'll save that for another day, but I still want to talk about Xbox Series S and exactly why I think that is going to um, do a lot more. Hey, what's up, aficionado? How you doing, man? So I've had this Series S now for 2 weeks, a little over 2 weeks. I've been playing on it pretty regularly. Good morning, cabbage. Oh yeah, it is morning for you, huh? I just wait a little. Oh no, it's probably like 4 in the morning, huh? That's so bad. I figured, seeing as I got the Xbox Series S, I've been playing on it pretty regularly. I've been checking out. What's up, Polly? How you doing, man? I've been checking out a lot of games. I was actually just playing some some Outriders on it a little earlier today. I was playing some MXGP 2021. Dude, it is such a freaking good system, man. Like I'm surprised. I'm not gonna lie, like I had my doubts about it in the beginning. In the beginning, when they first started talking about it, I even made a video on it, thinking, man, they should probably let the Series S or Series X have exclusive games. But man, the more I play this thing, and the more I do on it, it definitely has earned its place in there. Hello, 3:20 a.m. in Germany. What's up, man? What's up, Onyx? How you doing, guys? Yeah, this is pretty insane, man. I wholeheartedly definitely believe that this they added Iron Man to Halo Infinite. Really? Iron Man? So it's going all Fortnite-y. Oh man, Halo's going all Fortnite-y. That's not good, man. That's not good, guys. Oh, what are your guys' thoughts, man? Series S. I think it's an awesome system, dude. And I think it's gonna outsell the PlayStation 5. You know what, man? Them Sony ponies, them freaking fanboys, they're so worried about what the heck is going on that they don't understand that, like, look, man, when PlayStation launched, PlayStation had a pretty decent supply already out there. They've sold through all their stuff, man. They've sold through it all. Everything that they're doing, all the stock that they're making right now is in line with what Microsoft's making right now. So if you walk into Walmart and you're trying to get your kid a gift and they want an Xbox or a PlayStation, and you see an Xbox Series S and you can't get the other one, and you're thinking, oh man, I'll just get that one for them, man. Like, and you know what the funny thing is? You know what the saddest thing is gonna be is when these kids start opening these Series S's and these people start playing on them, and they start understanding. They're like, wow, man, this is actually great. If they're going from a PlayStation 4 Pro, say the kid's got a PlayStation 4 Pro right now, and you hand him an Xbox Series S, he might pout a minute for a minute. He'll be like, oh my gosh, I wanted another PlayStation 5. And then he'll hook it up and he'll play it and he'll be like, wow, this is great, because it's gonna deliver a better experience than what he had on a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 4 Pro. Or if you look at, I mean, Xbox One X would be a little bit tougher of a sell to be like, oh yeah, this is way better, but the Series S has been a good companion device. I literally got alerts all week. Got PS5 and Xbox. Could have bought both easily, 10 of each. I don't know why people are finding it so hard to get. I've seen a lot of alerts for PlayStation 5s too, man. I have. I've seen a lot of alerts for everything. But as what I'm saying is, like, if you're at a store, because those you still have to buy those PlayStations online. Like, you still have to get online and deal with all that stuff. But if you walk into a store and you can just buy the Xbox Series S and walk out, dude, like, yeah, Microsoft would kill Sony if they dropped the S to 250 and gave 1 month free of Game Pass. Yeah, for real. All that RGB. There is a. I don't even think they need to do that, man. I think that the two best selling systems this this week or this for this holiday is going to be the Series S and the Nintendo Switch, man. If they got those. I'll buy a Series S. For me, it's perfect as a secondary console, a Game Pass Ultimate. Oh, nice. Yeah, prime time. If you're playing on a 1440p monitor, dude, you're gonna have a great time. Dude, this Series S is blowing me away on my 4K TV, man. I'm like, wow, dude, that's actually pretty good. That's why I want to get a 1440p monitor so that I can actually see it native, with HDR support. So I want to see how that thing is going to hold up native, man. I mean, if you got a native image, like if you're gaming on 1080p and you throw that thing on there, dude, you're going to be like, wow. Because if you've never seen HDR, it's not really going to matter to you, anyways. Series S is only digital. Oh, Iron Man themed color palette. Oh, I see. I would totally buy a Series S if they dropped it to $249. I already have a Series X, but don't mind having another system for the spare room. Amazing how far Master Chief can throw things, dude. I know. He throws those big old cans like a football clear over there. Yeah, that's pretty freaking cool, man. He's got some heft behind him for sure. Digital gaming though is better than physical to me. Don't care about this. Yeah, or building a wall. Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way, man. Like I don't want to build a wall. Oh, I just realized Friday is Christmas Eve. Yeah, dude, it's coming quick, man. I'm gonna take Monday off, so I'm gonna have a 4-day weekend. I want to try to pump out as much content as I can. Try to give it a good push throughout the end of this month. See if I can finish the year off, pretty good. Yeah. She just lost another tooth, Dad. Another one? She's like 12 years old. How many more teeth is she gonna lose? Gosh. Some freaking hard candy, man. That's why I gave it to her. I was like, this is bad. Also, when I did buy physical games, they got stolen all the time, or somebody wanted to borrow them or something like that. Yeah. Or I would always get that temptation to go trade them in. So I'm not a collector of physical things, man. I'd much rather have digital. I like my digital games. Hey, I bought a regular Series X from Walmart, and they accidentally sent me the Halo version. I was so surprised when I opened the box yesterday. Nice, man. Nice, dude. That's manted. That's pretty cool, man. That's way cool, actually. I think the Xbox Series S is going to be a dang good system this generation, dude. Everything I've played on it so far, I've been happy with it. Yeah. All a disc is nowadays, yeah, it's just you need to put it in there so you can download the rest of your game, man. I thought we cared about the environment. We should all be downloading our games. Just show. You got another digital one? Nice. Now I'm not buying another PlayStation, dude. I don't even care. I got the one. I'm not buying another one. I'm not gonna even buy a digital one. I don't even care. We'll never sell God of War games, Assassin's Creed and Twisted Metal, and old CODs. Oh yeah, that digital one, man. That was the one I wanted to buy at first because I just don't buy physical media. So I was perfectly okay with not getting one. So hey Andrew, yes, the Series S is a next gen console, and anyone who says otherwise are very ignorant, dude. They're very ignorant. If they don't believe that, I don't know what to tell them. Gosh, man, I'm so exhausted. I'll buy a PlayStation when I have the money. I want to play some games on it. Yeah, I mean, you'll definitely need at least one, but I'm not buying a second one. I was thinking about getting a second one for the living room, but I don't know, man. If they can sell the Switch for $350, the Series S is great. Oh yeah, dude, it's an unbelievable value. The Nintendo guys are like, it's got OLED screen now, and I'm like, oh well, dude, I can get almost 4K games on the Series S. Yeah, the Series S. I don't know if it's better than the PlayStation. Well, maybe. I mean, definitely funner games on it for right now, anyways. No, it seems like they just make way more physical than digital. Well, yeah, they make more money on the physical one. They're losing money. It costs them less to make the digital or the the digital one, but I don't know. You would think they'd be trying to push that digital one as much as they could, to tell you the truth, because you're locked in that Sony ecosystem, man. You have to buy your games there. You can't not buy your games from Sony if you do the digital one. Yeah, true. But gosh dang, man. Switch is a good incentive for parents for those road trips in the car, and also to keep them busy. Yeah, for real, man. You could buy that little screen that hooks onto the back of your Series S. So does it really matter at all? No, not really. Not really, but gosh. Would you like better for sure? Steam Deck is what I'm excited for. PS5 will probably be a must for me after 3 to 4 years. I think it'd probably be sooner than that. I think within the next year or two, you'll probably need one. You'll probably want one. Fatal Charade, how's it going, man? I haven't seen you for a little while. Welcome back, Xavier. Is the Series X and PS5 where's available as the Series S? Do you think the S would still be selling as good? I do. I think that the S is an unbelievable value that people will jump on one way or another. Waiting for the OLED Steam Deck. You can get one for your Series S, X. PS5 is a good system, just like the Series S and X. Can't go wrong with either. Really, yeah, dude. I think PlayStation 5 is good. What's up, Gary Rogers? How's it going, man? I think PlayStation 5 is good. Like, I don't have any beef to grind with it now that I can upgrade my storage. I don't really care. It's just all the games that they've put out so far, I'm just like not super in love with. What's up, Jaron? How you doing, man? Sadistic Gamer, welcome to the show. PS5 is the best. PS5 is pretty good. We don't hate PlayStation on this channel. We just think that the Xbox Series S is probably gonna. Well, I mean, if you look at Nintendo Switch, the way that sells, because I mean, it's a lower cost of entry. It's like $300. I think the Series S is definitely in a position to push a lot of consoles that way. Mainly, I'm going to go out on a limb and say mainly because of price point. The Series S is going to be pretty popular. I feel like anybody that went out there and bought their kid a Nintendo Switch is the kind of people that are going to buy their kids an Xbox Series S. And yes, they probably would buy it after they've bought the Nintendo or whatever. So I think that's the next step for Switch owners. I think they're probably going to move them into that. I could definitely see those systems selling a lot, especially because of Game Pass. I feel like price is definitely a big factor in that. Oh, PS5 is all right. Just because of the PS, and it is unbeatable in that price. Yeah, dude, $300 for what you get with the Series S is just unbeatable for real. Like, you cannot. That's an unbelievable value. I'll be playing Horizon Forbidden West as well, and God of War.
Just whenever you're ready. It's kind of hot.
All right. God of War Ragnarok. Other than that, though, I don't really have anything else to look forward to yet. I wish they would announce another SOCOM game, man. I wish they would at least a remake or something of the first few games. I would really love one of those. The Switch has half the power and outsell everyone every month. And this, yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Unpopular thought. I think that Series S is definitely going to cut into that Nintendo Switch market for sure. In terms of, because I mean, a lot of people out there buying them Switches for their kids are like, I ain't gonna buy you a freaking $500 Xbox or a PlayStation. Like, no, man, you can have a Nintendo. And with Microsoft, having that Game Pass, man, and parents, having to see, well, I could get the kids this, and they could play those games, or I could keep spending $60 on re-release Nintendo games for them every couple of years. Nice. Yeah, me personally, if you don't got a 4K TV, you definitely do not need a Series X. I think you will be just fine with a Series S for the most part. Some developers are gonna skimp you on frame rate and stuff, but I wouldn't buy my kids a Series X. I'd buy them a Series S. Series S is equivalent to a PC with a Ryzen 5 or Intel i5 with a GTX 1660 Ti. Yeah, about there. Which is a decent gaming PC. Did you watch Xbox release video 20 years? Yeah. I'll be playing Elden Ring on Xbox. Who else? I will be. I'm picking it up on Xbox. I've already got it pre-ordered. Delusional Grandeur. We'll play that together. Did it say it's going to have full co-op play? It's going good, King. How you doing, man? I'm doing good tonight. It has Halo music and Sea of Thieves. I know. Horizon Forbidden West will be 100 gigabytes. Oh, yeah, easy. Oh, I don't know, man. They might be able to get that down. Depends on how big the world is, to tell you the truth, man. Like, I think that's going to have a lot to do with world size. It's not going to be able to be too big unless they're going to have loading screens and on the PS4 version. I will be playing Elden Ring on my PC. Closest thing I can think of to SOCOM would be Squad. A Squad on PC. Because I got Insurgency Sandstorm, and I think, or Sandstone. Yeah, is it Sandstorm? Yeah, Sandstorm, and that one's pretty good. Yeah, I mean, even if Horizon Forbidden West having a big file size, it's not a big deal. Elden Ring will be 40 gigs. I was arguing with Ghost earlier, who seems to think that the Series S isn't a next-gen console. It definitely is. It definitely is. Definitely is a next-gen console. Nintendo needs to come out with a next-gen console. They won't keep getting away with those last-gen graphics. Yeah, they're not much farther, man. I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to get away with that for real, and charging that much for that for that stuff. Why do you need a 4K TV for Series X? Not all games run natively at 4K anyway. It gets pretty close though most of the time. I mean, I guess even a 2 or a 1440p monitor would probably be fine for Series X. Why, Packer? Why should they have made a discless one? They might put one out, bro. If they do, that's going to be bad. I mean, I could see them coming out with one, an Xbox Series X with 2 terabytes and no disk drive for $400 in the next year or so. You forget, man. Xbox SSD, the internal SSD is a lot cheaper for them to get than PlayStation 5. I mean, honestly, if they did that, remove the disk drive, add another terabyte, and be like, yeah, man, $400. There you go. I bet God of War Ragnarok will be 100 gigabytes as well. What's up, Master Chief? Young Frog. but you're not getting full use of it. You don't have one. Yeah, I mean, mostly you're going to need it for the. You can build a PC with the power of the Series S for about a K. I know, for about $1,000. Just playing Halo Infinite. I believe I'm level 78. Nice, man. Nice. Yeah, that update probably was pretty decent. It'll be a great game regardless of the size. Man, I'm pretty bummed about the Halo MP. I thought we would all be playing it, but we don't. Yeah, I've just been busy. I wouldn't mind getting back on there and playing it like this weekend coming up, man. Gosh. Project Winter. It's like Among Us with survival tactics. Pretty good. No, I haven't yet. Well, for now, it's like this: PS5, Xbox, Nintendo, which nobody cares about. LOL. I know nobody cares about it, but it's like PC struggle running Final Fantasy VII remake. Yes, because they didn't do a good job on it. They just slapped that thing together and popped it out the door. They're like, okay, man, you guys buy it, $70. I can't believe they're charging people $70 for that, dude. Like Square Enix, man. Gosh. It's rare. You can only get it on PlayStation. And then it'll come out on Xbox on Game Pass. I'm still tripping about the speed you got on the 2 terabyte S drive. I actually tested the other 1 terabyte SSD that I have. I think there's something wrong with the one I had because that other 1 terabyte's giving me the same speed, man. I'm getting on that other 1 terabyte card, so I'm gonna have to make another video rectifying that. But that's just weird, man, because I don't ever remember getting those speeds before. It would have been nice if Microsoft would have used the standard PCIe 4.0 drive like Sony does. I don't necessarily think they need it. For the games, Fatal Charade, they don't need it. That drive that PlayStation has is for all the other system stuff. The PlayStation 5, the way it's designed more to be like a streamer box or a YouTube thing. All those extra travel, all those extra channels, that's what they're used for. I may just wait, since they won't give me a free upgrade if I ever do get a PS5. And I sure as hell am not paying $70 for the PS5. Yeah, for real. Care about the next gen. I'm a PC gamer. That is just a buzzword to me. As long as it's fun, all I care about. Version, yeah. It's your opinion. It's not fact. LOL. You'll wait. Planned on beating God of War and then selling the PS5. Too bad I can't get one. I know. I think you'll be able to get one. By the time that game comes out, man, everybody's going to be able to get one. Zero pile. What's up, man? Heard the shortages are going to get worse. Looks like the Series S is going to sell a lot more. Yeah, probably. It's going to be interesting, man. We're definitely going to see that Series S do a lot of sales this generation, man, for sure. It's going to sell. More people are going to buy it. More people are going to talk about it. going to get more because I plan on doing more coverage on it. I want to try to do like at least one Series S video a week. I'm not giving away Sony Jack for an upgrade. Yeah, dude. Huh. Knowing how broken Square Enix games come out on PC, I'm never paying $70 for it. Yeah, exactly, Jay. Dude, that game is so broken on PC right now that yeah. But even then, still it's standard PC. Yeah. 4.0 drive, the write speed's up to 55 megabytes per second, basically a low-end PCIe 4.0 drive. Yeah. Yeah, I too agree. I wish, I sometimes wish that they could have done faster. Exclusivity is a toxic. Yeah. It's exclusive suck. Yeah, that's true, man. They don't get a lot of first party games on the Switch that often, do they? That's pretty interesting. Nintendo needs to start cranking them out more. Artificial value of a product. Yeah. Switch had been out since 2017. A year later, it was fully emulated. Oh, yeah. I don't think people explored much on the Halo Infinite campaign. Been a minute since it's been out, and I'm still unlocking diamond achievements. Nice. Nice. I did a lot of exploring up until I started streaming the gameplay, and then I kind of slacked off on the exploring. Heck yeah, I want Dante's Inferno to come back and Rise Son of Rome 2. And the Dead Space remake. Important for a platform. Now timed exclusivity. Yeah, I think that's what mainly everybody's talking about is the timed exclusivity. But I mean, it is important for the platform to have exclusives, but it's also important for more people to have access to those games. Is this a mukbang vid? Huh. I don't know. Why? What do you mean? LOL. I think all exclusivity sucks regardless. That is just my opinion. Man of culture, I see. I get it. I'm not sure if I'll 100% Halo campaign. I'm on multiplayer from here. Yeah. Makes no difference. You can emulate the Switch. Their sales are still sky high. It's people taking their time. Yeah. I think he said every other year or something, Xavier. I think he upgrades it every once in a while or something. I know that you shouldn't have to. I mean, if you just get a good one. It's good. Exclusive games to have their own console special weapon. Have you seen the graphics for Doom on the Nintendo Switch? LOL. Yeah. I'm on my legendary playthrough right now in Infinite. Nice. That way, every console has something to offer. I think first or third party games, regardless of platform, should be able to. Is there a? I haven't seen a way to do like a new game plus on Halo. You have to start completely over, huh? You lose all your stuff. The first or third party game, regardless, platform should be able to be enjoyed by all instead of locking them behind a single platform. We also wouldn't have these toxic fanboy. Yeah, the fanboys. Did you see Square backtrack the free copy upgrade fee on PS5? What for the one for the games with gold one? Or not games with gold, but PS Plus version? Isn't much different from heroic. I obviously just done legendary, so I haven't played on anything else. Yeah, I said that would be better, but makes absolutely no sense running a business to do that. Yeah. Been out, of course. Switch sales are high. I see these toxic fights funny and hilarious. Yeah. It does get pretty funny, but then sometimes it gets pretty bad too, man. Some of the toxicity around this console war stuff is really bad. I'm not saying it would happen or should, just overall think it would be more positive than negative. Oh, new graphics card is insane. My nephew wants a PC, but it's too expensive to build a PC. The first Hammer boss or the last one seemed to have been the most difficult for me, at least. Yeah, those ones were the hardest for me too. The Hammer bosses really freaking stressed me out, dude. Those are gonna really stress me out when I go back and play it on a harder difficulty, dude. That I'm not looking forward to those guys. I'd rather play those guys on freaking co-op, dude. Better games than Switch, lol. And I didn't ask what you thought about it. Consumer, of course, the best for consumers. Have access to everything, but it just doesn't make logical business sense unless local hardware. No. Cyberpunk was always fun on PC, just glitchy and buggy at certain points, but on consoles, I'm not sure how it's improved or not. It's actually I've played it on Series X and Series S now. I've been playing around with it on Series S a lot, getting ready to do a review for the Series S. Imagine the hunters and the brute chieftains. Oh yeah, dude, those guys are a pain in the butt too. Crazy difficult and legendary. Cyber crap, lol. Toxicity is here. Hi, Toxicity. How you doing, man? No, I'm just showing. Real shadow. And with cloud gaming on the rise here lately, that is much closer than you might believe. Oh my gosh, Metal Masons, what's up, man? Oh, real white tea shadow. There was moments I almost broke my TV. You can just throw that controller to the TV. Taco Bell, how's it going, man? Yeah, dude. Freaking Halo was stressing me out with those hammer bosses. I mean, I don't think it was like overly way too hard, but it definitely stressed me out a little. It was stressing me out more than the Marauders on freaking Doom Eternal, man. Oh, cop chases in Cyberpunk are non-existent. I thought Cyberpunk was actually a decent game. I liked Cyberpunk, man. I thought it was fine. I played it on Series X though, dude. I didn't play it on nothing else. So NPCs, yeah, they are pretty bad in Cyberpunk, man. They were pretty dumb, walking around in circles and walk up and down the road. I'm like, oh my gosh, dude, these guys are nuts. I mean, if you get on a game like even Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, I was following that NPC around the whole city, bro. And she like kept like I followed one on Watch Dogs Legion after the whole after everybody was complaining about the cyberpunk thing. I was like, all right, let's see, and sure as crap, dude, both of them are better. Both of them have better NPCs, dude. But no, if I'm having fun, I'm having fun. I don't care what other people think. Had to leave the other stream early, Shadow. It's cold. I think will be okay if I use all my equipment. I don't know what I'll do about the brute chieftains, but the shield, equipment, and skewer or rocket launcher on legs of hunters should be good. Yeah, those hunters, man, are a pain in the butt too. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Cyberpunk 2077. Glad I waited until it was fixed. I beat Cyberpunk on PC. It was glitchy at first, but after a while, it was just fine. On my Series S playthrough, the first playthrough, I only got into like one thing where where I had like a glitch, and it was when you're doing the oh my gosh, what the freak are those things called? What are those? What are the? It was early in the game. Jackie was still there, and we just went and did the mission where we got the robot, the bot from the maelstroms, and we were coming out, and before you get into the room where if you don't take out the leader right then and there, you have to fight him in like a mech suit. And Jackie was like crouched down by the door, and I couldn't get past him, so I had to find a way to get past him. And that was the only real bug that I found through my playthrough. And I bought it day one, and I was playing through it right then and there. So I got through all that without any patches. Oh boy, NPC characters in Cyberpunk are a little wonky. I've always been. Oh wait, what was that? I've always been and will always be a PS owner. I just enjoy it. Yeah, man, I'll always be a PlayStation owner too, man. I'll always buy one. Unless their games go all woke garbage, I'll keep buying them. But I mean, if they start going all super woke garbage, dude, I'm gonna yeah, I'll just yeah. There's no reason to play all that. Is the magical pup? Yeah, they just pop in a little bit farther away now. Cyberpunk without bugs is still bad. Frogs and NPC stalker. Well, they might have called the cops on Cyberpunk, but they weren't coming, dude. And in Sherlock Holmes Chapter 1, I'm technically a cop, so yeah, they didn't bug me there either. And Watch Dogs Legion, I've followed far behind. Cyberpunk is trash. Digital and physical edition. There's a new Dragon Age coming. Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. Elite Play. Should I get an Xbox Series S, then upgrade to Series X when it's available in stores? I think you'd be all right. Yeah, if you want to play next gen games, I would definitely do that. Series S is good. It's a good console. You'll actually be surprised at just how good it is. I have a Series X, and I've been playing on this Series S for a couple weeks now, and yeah, dude, it's actually pretty good. It's not even a bad experience at all. Most of the games that I actively play are playing at 60 frames a second. The visuals look pretty good on them still. Like I'm pretty satisfied with what it actually is. Oh, I really want a new Mass Effect game or Dragon Age Kotor type. I haven't played anything like that in a while. I know I was looking around on Steam to see if I could find something like that I want to play. Cyberpunk was a dumpster fire. Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. The digital looks better to me. It's symmetrical, so it doesn't upset my OCD. At least Cyberpunk is better than Godfall. Very, very true. Cyberpunk is definitely better than Godfall, dude. No, that one's pretty bad. Interview with CDPR. Why Cyberpunk doesn't have police chases? Well, Elden Ring doesn't have it too. I'm like, what? Yeah, I don't really know if police chases would have made that game any better, to tell you the truth. I mean, it might have, but I just don't think it would. I mean, the driving mechanics in there were so clunky when it first came out that really you wanted to try to drive like that? Oh my goodness. Forspoken, yeah, I'm not even worried about that anymore, man. I've seen enough of Forspoken that I just don't care. I'll buy it and review it, but like my hype for that is I have no hype for Forspoken anymore. You can get a Series X. It's not that hard. Yeah, I definitely feel like you'd be able to find a Series X. I mean, if that's what you need, if that's what you want, just hold out and get one. But I think you'd be all right with the Series S too. The Horizon 2's main character is going through her transition to male, and her pronouns will be they, them. The new game, Kratos will be part time. I wouldn't doubt it, man. Or they'll kill off Kratos in the next game, and the boy will be like whatever he wants to be or something. You know what I mean? I'll tell you what, if they do kill off Kratos, I would never play another one of the God of Wars again, dude. I have no desire to play that game as Atreus, none whatsoever. It was the same with, gosh, what game was that? That I had no desire to play as the other character. Yeah, dude, I don't know. I don't remember. The Forsaken trailer was taken down by Square because it's bad. I know they're like, whoa, we're taking that down, man. No, it's not supposed to look that. It's not supposed to look. Yeah. A new Ghost soon. Yeah. Spoken still looks better than Hellblade in all Xbox games because it's a PS5 exclusive. No fanboy stuff tonight, Mr. Unpopular Thought. Cyberpunk story is epic. Graphics depend on platform from good to great. Gameplay mechanics are medicore. My experience was good, but let down by repetitive gameplay. Yeah, I on my playthrough, man, I just stuck to the main campaign on Cyberpunk 2077. Now that it's actually gotten a lot of patches and stuff, I've been playing around with it a lot more lately. I find myself logging into Cyberpunk more often than not. I think I don't know, man. I like playing around with it and doing like the story stuff, but I still have no desire to like run around and explore that world, like that open world, and that's a big thing for me. I like open world games, but I don't know, man. It's just something about the cyberpunk world that just doesn't like it doesn't I don't know. It's not that it doesn't give me enough variety. It's just there's nothing to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? Walk around? I mean, like I used to do that when I was a teenager, man. Like I'm not a teenager no more. Oh, what you do? Good. Calm down. Calm. Not about how cool, big. Imagine new Ghost, Last of Us 3 remake, and a new Uncharted. That would be the best bunch of games ever. I think that would be pretty good. I do want a new Ghost game. I definitely do want a new Ghost. I don't really care about another Last of Us. I'm kind of over the Last of Us. But a new Uncharted, yeah, I'm definitely on board with that. Even if it is Drake's daughter, like I'm on board with that. I would like to play another Uncharted game. I just want to. If they do make another Uncharted game, I just want it to be a much bigger experience, more exploration this time. Maybe not holding our hands. Maybe something like stick us on a place, give us a map, and tell us to go find treasure or something. Like I don't think that PlayStation. I think the story heaviness of some of PlayStation games are kind of holding them back a little bit. I think they're focusing way too much on the story aspect of it and not enough on making like really interesting gameplay. I mean, you can't really argue. I mean, most of them felt pretty samey, through the end of the generation. Walking, fighting, riding a horse. Fine, it's still clunky. Yeah, it is still definitely clunky. That's for sure. I agree with you, man. Oh, I don't like The Last of Us 2. It's trash. And Walmart Plus is the best way to get a Series X. Yeah, Walmart Plus or All Access. All Access, I hear, is pretty good. Clapper Dan, what's up, man? I've never seen anyone rep the Series S as hard as you do, and I freaking appreciate it. No problem, man. Thank you. I appreciate it. I bought one, man. I bought one. I bought a Series S. I've been playing on the Series S. I think it's a freaking solid system. I have no problem recommending a Series S, dude. Like none whatsoever. I think you are more than getting your money's worth if you buy a Series S. I think it's a solid. I think it's a solid one. Hellblade. I don't know. It does look okay. Probably would never touch it. I'm curious about what they're doing with Hellblade 2. I am. If it plays like the first game, dude, I'm just gonna download it on Game Pass, play through it, and be done with it. But I really hope that they're doing something else with that game. I as much as I liked the first one, I want a different experience. Same thing would go for I feel like like the Order 1886. I thought the first game was fine, whatever, the 6 hours, it was fine. But if they make a second one, I want a bigger experience. Like when I get into a game and I get really into it like I did with those two, I need a bigger experience that's going to fulfill me, like 30 hours or whatever, 30, 40 hours. Oh, agreed. Was woke garbage. Sam, I'll never play Hellblade. Last of Us 2, best game ever. If you're saying Hellblade 2 looks okay, your eyes don't work, you need glasses. I definitely think it looks amazing. Like it looks great. No problem with getting Series S in the UK. They are available in stores. Got mine a couple days after Black Friday. No PS5, Xbox Series X in stores. And you need to order one and collect when they get back in stock. Yeah, dude, I have no problem recommending Series S. I think Series S is I think it's solid, man. Like it is solid. It is delivering performance, the same performance for most of the part that I'm getting on my Series X. And I'm fine with that. On a lot of the racing games, it pushed me over the top, bro, when I put in Assetto Corsa Competizione and it's like playable. I'm like, wow, dude, this actually feels good. And it looks pretty good too. I mean, it's just those type of wow moments when I get to a game that I want to test on it and I see the performance of it, like Outriders. Outriders was running just fine on the Series S, and it looked pretty dang good too. I was like, wow, dude, I was pretty surprised at just how good that game is holding up on the Series S. And I mean, that's a game, they came out back in April. I thought Outriders was fine. I played through that campaign. I played through that game. I got my money's worth out of it. And to see that it runs just fine on a Series S, yeah, man, I'm pretty happy with that. How about 2 looks above and beyond anything PlayStation is showing so far? Stop the cap and be objective. Yeah, I would definitely take God of War over The Last of Us. I liked the first Last of Us game. I thought the second one was all right, but I'm not going to cap for The Last of Us, dude. I don't freaking really care that much about it, to be completely honest with you. The Last of Us is probably my least favorite Sony PlayStation game of last generation, like in PlayStation 3. Like I didn't even buy The Last of Us on PlayStation 3 when it first came out. I bought it a while later after it had already gotten a PlayStation 4 upgrade. At that point, I had no desire to want to really play that game. And after I played through it, I was like, wow, man, this was actually pretty good, man. It had a great story. There was a lot of exploration, a lot of travel. The second game, I don't know. Like I didn't like that one as much as I liked the first one because it didn't feel like I was on an epic adventure. It felt like I was going through just like one little town. Like you know what I mean? Like I just didn't feel the sense of adventure in that game. I didn't feel the sense of community or like talking to other people or interacting or any of that stuff. It just, to me, it felt like, yeah, I don't know. I much rather played the first one. And the way that the story went in the second game, there's no way to recapture that first game and make it a good experience. Like it's all just, yeah, they pretty much ended that series. I feel like that series is done and over with. I don't think we're going to be getting any more. Well, at least I hope. I don't know. I mean, maybe they can continue Abby's story, but I don't know. I think Horizon looks the best so far. I don't know if I'm the if I'm the USA. You have an app called Hotstock. I literally have bought 6 next gen systems using it, but I'm in the UK and I could have bought 10 PS5s and Series X's this week alone. PlayStation games are top of the line, high quality and completed games. Yeah, I don't disagree with that statement. I think that's a fair statement. They are top of the line. They do a lot of. PlayStation works hard on their games. Um, but I mean, like if you've been playing PlayStation as long as I have, it was not until the 4th generation. It wasn't until the Last of Us, the first Last of Us, that PlayStation games started taking off that way. I mean, they were good before, like Splinter Cell, SOCOM, like all my favorite games, Sly Cooper. You know, a lot of the games that I used to play, they were fun games, but they weren't Last of Us 3 or Last of Us Forward games. Like they weren't that. And anybody that's going to sit here and say, "Oh yeah, man, well PlayStation games have always been that way." That's not the case, man. PlayStation games have been cool. Like God of War was a hack and slash game. Like it literally played like Castlevania, Laminate of Innocence on the PlayStation 2, and so many other games like Devil May Cry, and it was one of those kind of games, and it was indistinguishable from Devil May Cry or anything else. PlayStation 4 is when PlayStation 4 games started to look a lot better than a lot of other games. And anybody that wants to argue that with me, dude, we can argue that all day, dude. I've been playing PlayStation since the very first one. I don't even care. Like, I love PlayStation games, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, yeah, and pretend that PlayStation games were literally that freaking beautiful above all else, all those generations up. Like, that just wasn't the case, man. That wasn't the case, but they have gotten a lot better. Everybody's going off this high on PlayStation 4, dude. I mean, like, PlayStation 3, that generation kind of sucked, man. Like, it wasn't that great. PlayStation 3 kind of sucked. PlayStation 2 was great. PlayStation 1 was great. PlayStation 3, I mean, we got what? The Uncharted games. Uncharted 2 was probably the best rated game out of everything, if I remember correctly. I mean, you had the Infamous, you had the second Infamous game. That was pretty good. What else did we have? I mean, we had a lot of them. We had the Killzone shit. We had the Killzone games that were hit and miss. Like they were all right, but they never really were like super great or anything, you know. And then we had all the the third party, exclusive games and stuff that were made by other companies. But yeah, dude, like PlayStation 3 wasn't really nothing really super good to write home about. That was kind of PlayStation 3 generation was kind of the generation where I was like, oh man, dude, should I really just stay in video games? It's when I started losing that like like toward the end of that generation is when I started like losing that hype a little bit. I just wasn't as super happy about video games anymore. I mean, honestly, it wasn't even until Xbox One X that I started getting more excited about playing video games again. It was just kind of like going through the motions, just buying the games and playing them, going through the motions. Once you get older, you kind of do that. You just kind of go through the motions and you buy things and you just want something that's going to be it's like that's going to reinvigorate that hype for you, because like seriously, you lose interest a lot more in stuff as you start getting older. You do. And I find myself buying games that look great on paper and they look freaking great, and then I'll put them in and I'll play them for a minute and I'm like, yeah, this is not where I wanted it to be. So then I just stop playing and it sits in my backlog until I finally get that wild hair to try it again. Of course you do. I'll always take God of War over anything else. Yeah, dude, God of War was great. Like, God of War 2 was probably my favorite. I liked 3 too. 3 was pretty good, but I mean, I liked about God of War, like the way that it would just kind of grow and scale or whatever. Man, God of War was freaking fun back in the day. It definitely was. I gotta ask my wife to bring me my other drink. Oh man, like I'm so exhausted right now. It's not even funny. Like I'm so tired. Okay, so is anyone struggling? Use that. Anything of theirs is better in your eyes. I can't find myself to log back into Cyberpunk. Don't enjoy the mechanics and skills. Honestly, man, I played through the game on normal, and I didn't even worry about a lot of that stuff, man, because it wasn't. Like I went through the whole game with just a gun, dude. I really didn't use any of the hacking on my first try, on my first playthrough, and then mostly everything else, man. Like I only used what I needed to use. I don't know, man. Like I think the RPG system in Cyberpunk definitely needs a lot of work for sure. Because it didn't feel like an RPG. It just felt like a shooter game, man. Like you could get through it with just shooting them in the head, man. Horizon does look good, but the best. Thank you, Junior.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely excited for New Perfect Dark, man. Horizon does look good, but the best, I don't know. I don't think the cartoony graphics are that great. Like saying Ratchet looks great. Yeah. I mean Ratchet and Clank looks good because it's got sharp, clean graphics. I mean, when you look at texture detail and everything else, there's not a lot of it. No, God of War Ragnarok is top. I mean, I think God of War Ragnarok looks pretty good. I think it looks super clean. And that's what I want. Like I want that game to look super clean and perform at like 60 frames a second. Microsoft games released in an incomplete state by developers who hate their jobs because it involves work. I mean, one could say the same about Sony, man. They push their games out like 2 years. By the time we get God of War, it'll be what, 2 years late? So I don't know, man. Obviously, they're whining. They're like, I don't want to go to work with COVID. I had to work every day during COVID, man. I had to go out there and make sure that because my job, I mean, like, yeah. So I don't feel bad about them having to push everything back a whole 2 years. Oh man, now what? The God of War winning 2022 Game of the Year releases isn't random; it's fact. Oh man, I think we started something in here. What's up, Octavio? How you doing, man? Slayer Phantom Knight, The Last of Us 3 Undead Joel for for PS6. I know. Joel is back from the grave to enact. Shaker, what's up, man? I prefer my Series X over my PS5, but 2022 is going to be a busy year for PS5. Yeah, dude, my PS5 is definitely going to get some play next year, dude. It's coming out of retirement, guys. I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Matthew's business. How's it going, man? I'm scrolling down, guys. I'm so exhausted. It's so hard to keep up with reading all this. Ooh, Western RPG. Let's see. Yeah, Skyrim was okay. You didn't like it, Kevin. Thanks for sharing, but nobody has. Man. All right, guys. You know what? I'm gonna finish The Witcher season 2. Hey Ken, how's it going, man? I'm sorry I'm getting off, guys. I just want to. I'm gonna watch the season 2. I feel so freaking exhausted today for some reason, man. And I didn't get up like super early or anything. I just feel exhausted. Oh yeah. No actual gamer thinks Skyrim was trash. I don't think Skyrim was trash, but I've never completed it. I need to complete it. BZ Pals, Sunny Games are one and done. Most of them. I definitely agree with that, Big Easy. I usually do. Well, I don't know. Since I've started buying them digital, bro, I do actually go back and like play around with them more often. But like going through them again, some of them I do, some of them I don't. Like Uncharted, I could go through an Uncharted one again. Cat Slave, play Witcher 3. Oh, dude, Witcher 3 is one of my favorite games of all time. I love Witcher 3. I think it's, yeah, dude, I definitely agree with that. I don't know. I need to finish Skyrim before I make that call, but I mean, like I love when Skyrim came out, I was already playing Elder Scrolls Online. And I played Elder Scrolls Online for a long time. So I was playing that for a pretty long time. And so I never got around to, well, no, that's not right. No, I came out on, when did Skyrim come out? On PlayStation, right? Oh yeah, I didn't buy it on the PlayStation 3. I was thinking when it came out on the PlayStation 4, like the special edition. That's when I bought it. It actually, I started playing it and it was kind of making me a little sick. Skyrim made me sick. Fallout 4 made me sick. There was a few games, during the PlayStation 4 generation that made me sick, but not as many as I used to get sick on PlayStation 3. With Skyrim, it's really the modding community that saved it. Probably. Last one won every award. Oh, I was lenient with the fanboy stuff today. Frog tomorrow, probably not going to be, since it diverted chat so much tonight. Yeah, I mean, it's just something we'll have to pick and choose, our battles, Sev. I mean, I think tonight, for the most part, like a lot of the stuff I've read, I mean, like I don't necessarily care if people get on here and say like PlayStation games are fine, because I agree with that for the most part. Like I do. Like I agree that PlayStation makes some of the best games on the market, but they just don't have any right now. They didn't make anything that great that I really, really loved this year. Like, I mean, like this whole first year of PlayStation 5 for me has just been, hasn't really, I mean, like I'm grateful that I got the upgrades to a lot of the games, but at the same time, I'm like, gosh, dude, I don't know, man. Like I'm happy that I got the upgrades, but I wish they would have been better upgrades, to tell you the truth. I mean, I wish they would have been, taking more advantage of PlayStation 5. Hey Jet, how's it going, man? Playing Lost Judgment, super slow start, but after a few hours, the story and gameplay really pick up. Really enjoy it. Are you past Jet? Are you past I just finished the school mission. Well, I didn't finish the school mission. Now I finished chapter 1. And now I'm talking to the principal because the other people called me on the phone and wanted me to like check into things after that. So that's where I'm at. Does it start picking up after that? Because I can jump back on there and start playing some more. I was already planning on getting through there because there's nothing coming out in January that I really need to buy except for Monster Hunter Rise. So January is going to be my catch-up month for a lot of these games that I have sitting in my backlog. Oh, don't time me out for no reason, please. Don't do anything stupid. You know that like this isn't a fanboy day. So I mean, like I don't care if you guys say nice stuff about PlayStation or whatever, but when you like if you're saying nice things about PlayStation and you start calling like Xbox trash and stuff, then that's when we'll start doing like the whole timeout. Froggy Xbox was like, wait till next year. Now PlayStation is like, wait till next year. Exactly, dude. Wait till E3. Wait till E3, man. I know, dude. It's funny, guys. Like that's why I try not to get in. That's the biggest reason I don't want to get this channel like all tied up with the whole fanboy crap because, dude, it's nonsense on both sides, dude. Both sides. It's literally freaking nonsense. Oh yeah, I'm way past that, bro. I'm like chapter 9 or 10. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to get back on there and get it into it more. I need to finish the first game too, to be completely honest with you. I'm about halfway through the first one, I think. Oh, Master Chief, Gears of War is decent, but it's kind of milked to death. Yeah. I wouldn't mind having to move on from Gears of War, to be completely honest with you. I would like to see him create a new IP. I'd like to see. I would kind of like them. I would kind of like them to move on from God of War as well. I don't want God of War to go to Egypt or anything else. I want it to just be done after this. I mean, if it goes to Egypt, I'm going to buy it. But yeah, I would just as soon have them move on. Okay, guys, I'm going to get off and finish The Witcher before I got to go to work tomorrow. But I only got 2 more days of work this week, so yes. I'm going to try to go to bed early tonight too, so I'm not so exhausted tomorrow. So you guys have a good night. Thank you for coming. Thank you for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. You guys do a lot to keep this channel going, man. Seriously, if it wasn't for you guys' support, I probably would have given up a long time ago. But you guys are here, and I appreciate it. Feels like PlayStation 5 is PlayStation 1. Yeah. It kind of no, I just I feel like PlayStation 5 is more in line with PlayStation 3 right now. They'll figure it out. It'll get fixed, guys. You guys have a good night, man. They need to retire Gears. I mean I'm okay with that. I wouldn't really miss it too much. Shadow, keep in mind tomorrow. Watching he's gonna all right, man. You guys have a good night, brother. You guys have fun.